Hello, people. I am watching a South African girl having the time of her life in Nigeria. And I'm like, okay, she knows people in Nigeria. That's why she's having the time of her life. Alrighty. I will just keep talking to myself like I always do until someone comes online. This is our counseling session. So there'll be, reading. And I just went to the gym after a whole week of not going, and I feel like I did something heavy. I feel like I did something major. I feel like I did something huge, but but I didn't. I didn't do anything major. I just walked on the treadmill for 30 minutes, but because I just skipped the gym for a week. I go every other day, but I wasn't feeling good. Hi, one person is here. Hi. I wasn't feeling good. Hi, Matthew. How are you? So, I went to the gym and I just did 30 minutes and I feel like I just walked 30 miles. My big booty is in pain. I didn't even do the weights. My ancestors say don't do the weights today because I'm recovering from an illness from since Thursday. They say don't do too much. Just walk on the treadmill and leave. And I feel like, oh my God, guys, I feel like I just did something shocking. I feel like, I don't know, my butt feels like, yeah, pain. Then I wonder about people who want big booties. What do you want big booties for? Oh my god, I only walked on the treadmill for 30 minutes and my booty hurts. My booty hurts. Oh Lord, have mercy. Have mercy on the big booties. Hi, we are now at three. We are now at three. Oh, we are now at two people. Okay, one left. One said bye. One left. So we are Motherwoods. And today I've got three letters. And I'm going to start reading the first letter at exactly 10 o'clock. And I'm hoping that the owners of the letters will come and talk about their situations more, then we can help them more. So I did tell them that I was going to read their letters today and they will come and we will have a counseling session. I had a terrible week where my mother was concerned because I was in my feelings every time I get sick. I am in my feelings. I feel so, I don't know, I feel so bitter. I do feel bitter. And I was mourning my sisters this weekend. I was mourning my sisters this whole week. I don't think I had mourned them, and this was my first time doing it. I had to let them go. I had to release my sisters. I don't think I had released them all. I think I released some, but not all of them. So I had to release them and I had to cry it out there. And I had to be angry with my mother. But then I realized at the end of the day, they are her children. She walks with them. They are souls that have lived every lifetime together. I have not lived every lifetime with my mother. I come from the South. She comes from the Northeast. She comes from the corners. She's an escapee. Souls that come through the corners are escapees. They have escaped, just so you know. Souls that come through the corners, the northeast, the southeast, the southwest, and the southeast. They are escapees. They have escaped in order to be born. They have escaped, jumped in front of a soul that was meant to be born and were born instead of the soul. So my mother and her children, they walk together. They, they are jumping escapee souls, okay? And I am not. I come from the South. I am not. So I understand that she had every right to tell her kids to hate me and to throw juju at me because she was their mother and they've been together for eternity. Whereas I'm the visitor. I was just visiting. And yeah. So we're waiting for 10. Say hi, people. Talk to me. Only Matthew has said good evening. The rest of you are just quiet, like the FBI or something. So souls are amazing. I might as well talk about each soul has a home. When you die, you go back to your home. And then when God is bringing you back for this chaos again, He takes you from your home and He throws you into your life. And when you die, He comes and He takes you back. Yes, gossip for your soul. Thank you. Now I know that I'm alive. So, so when you die, you literally go back to your home. Many people, they travel together. Many souls travel together. I stopped doing soul groupings because it was really, really hard on my soul. It was hard on my health because soul groupings are major big. They are so big. I'm talking hundreds of souls, not just 5 or 6 or 7, hundreds of souls. They are just so big. So I stopped because my health couldn't do it. It required so much energy and I was falling apart. So no soul groupings. But I learned a lot from doing the soul groupings. And today, oh my God, today I did a reading on the 2 men who killed Alex Pretty. I called them into the plate individually and I did their readings for them. It'll be on Patreon. And the first one, it was his destiny to shoot Alex Pretty. It was his destiny, guys. It was his destiny to shoot Alex Pretty. He literally was born to do that deed. And when he did it, he just felt relief, like, oh, it's done. That shocked me. I know that's how God works. I know that everybody has a purpose. And I know that oh, what did I learn from soul grouping? I pretty much learned that souls are grouped based on their laboratory. Okay. You are created as a bunch, right? You're created as a bunch of you, but with exactly the same energies. It's like out there, there's someone like me with exactly the same energies I do. And then God just sometimes He puts you together. Sometimes you wrangle your way into being together, but sometimes He just drops the individual. Sometimes He drops the rare individual in the middle of a soul grouping that is exactly the same, like the way He created them, right? So I was saying, I did a reading on Alex Pretty's killer. Both the killers, okay, the second killer, the 35-year-old, he's just an idiot. He's just an idiot. He's just an idiot. But the first one, he was weird, guys. He was weird. And I think he is weird because of his Hispanic nature. He is like a zombie. Yeah, he's like a zombie. He is like a zombie. But even what stunned me more was that his job, his whole duty was to unalive Alex Pretty. He was born to his mother. He breathed, he played, he went to university, and his purpose was simply to unalive Alex Pretty. That was his purpose. And it's going to be so difficult to have those men arrested. And it's going to be so difficult because the system is backing them up. But he didn't even care. I don't know. I've decided that murderers have the same energies. I have never come across a murderer who doesn't have that disconnection from humanity, the disconnection, the I don't know, guys. It's a they are, let me put it this way, God creates them in an interesting laboratory. But yeah, he felt relieved having killed Alex Pretty. He felt very relieved. He felt very, very relieved. He was like, I don't know. Anyway, you'll be able to watch it on Patreon and you'll be able to decide for yourselves. I've decided I don't like reading killers. The older I get, the more sensitive I am becoming towards the evil and the ugly and the bad. I don't know. I just need some sunshine in my life. Why are human beings so evil? I just don't get. I did not read the guy who, maybe I did, but I didn't throw shells. I did not read I did not throw shells on Renee Good. I did not throw shells on her story at all. I threw shells on Alex Pretty's story because I had seanced Alex Pretty, so I threw shells. And I'm telling you, the energy of killers is the same. It is the same energy. It's like, I don't know, weird as hell. Anyway, this is Mother Wounds. I have entertained you guys. And today I have 3 letters. Maybe I'll read 2 because I told the young ladies that I will be reading their letters today so that they can be there to add, to get advice from all of you. So, first, Anonymous, it's about the mother's physical violence towards her. Okay. The relationship with my mother never fully formed. When you and your ancestors read our soul group, you said she felt betrayed by God, by her children. She doesn't know us, so it went bad. So she's one of the ones whom I read the soul grouping for. So now you can hear what she has to say. I don't even remember saying that, but there you go. She caused a lot of physical abuse. Before we got into foster care, she was dealing with some mental health issues. I always assumed that's why she was crazy. All those beatings then led to her attempting to unalive me, dragging me to the floor by my feet and covering my face so I couldn't breathe. My dad walked in and stopped it. That memory never dies. As I've gotten older, she's gotten worse. She's always in a full blown psychosis. So I feel bad for her and think if she wasn't sick, she wouldn't have been so abusive. She's diagnosed with schizophrenia. I've tried to be there for her, but when I look at her, I don't even see a mom. The trauma of having her physically here, but not in my life and not able to actually be a mother is hard. I try and help and send her money and food when I can, but sometimes she has a psychotic break and attacks me too. I moved away and never plan to see her again. Seeing her makes me nervous and a little scared. Again, she's really, really mentally ill. I think that's why she couldn't be there for her children. She's been telling me she loves me a lot lately. I want to believe it, but how can you love me when you once wanted me dead? Well, my mom has wanted me dead since before she gave birth to me, so you're in good company. You're in good company. And I have never taken the time to sit back and digest it the way Anonymous has done. So, Anonymous is way more mature than me because she's facing it. I have not yet faced it, fully faced it, that my mother wants to kill me, that she's always wanted to kill me. I've never fully faced it. I tried to face it this week. It was so heavy on my soul. I surrendered halfway. I started talking about my mother and trying to tell people she really tried to kill me, you guys, but and has been trying to kill me, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't. So this Anonymous is way ahead. She has more maturity than I do, okay, because she is facing it. How can you believe someone loves you when they want you dead? Okay, so my ancestors they do have something to say. Okay, my ancestors said, don't ever excuse cruelty with mental illness. Cruelty is one thing, mental illness is another thing. Okay. The mentally ill, when they do abusive, cruel, evil things, they know what they are doing and they are doing it on purpose because they are cruel. There are a lot of people with mental health illnesses who are as gentle as lambs. They wouldn't hurt a fly. There are schizophrenics who are so sweet and gentle, they would not hurt a fly. So do not make excuses for evil and cruelty using modern labels such as schizophrenia, autism, mental health issue. A person is either cruel or kind, regardless of their mental state. And my ancestors would like you to accept it, to hold that knowledge in your hands, accept it, and then say, my mother is a very cruel soul. Yeah, they made me do that for me. Yeah. They actually made me say my mother is a killer. And it is true. She is a killer. She destroyed her children. So that is what my ancestors have. They say this is the one thing that we have to say: separate cruelty from mental health illnesses. Okay. That is what and then my ancestors are saying. You need to separate yourself from your mother. You need to create physical distance. She hates you. Once you accept that she hates you, you will not look for ways of being so that she will love you. It is very rare that a mother who hates her children ends up loving them. She says she loves you now because she's very lonely, might have no one to be cruel towards because the cruel always need an outlet. She might not have someone to be cruel towards, someone to take her blows, and you were very good at taking her blows. Remember that the way she treated you is the same way she will treat your children. Same way. So, is that what you want for your children? You need to create physical distance. You need to mourn the fact that you didn't have a mother, never had a mother from a distance. And that's my ancestors' advice. What say you people? Because the Bantu, when advice is given, everybody has to have their say. Okay. And that's why we do these live. What do you say? She misses her victim. I hate to say, yes, that's what my ancestors are saying. She misses her victim. She no longer has victims. Like I read Iyanla Van Zandt. She's very lonely. She is very, very lonely now. She is on her own. She's old. She's lonely. And she wishes she still had her kids. But when they died, especially the first one, she didn't give a damn. But she's lonely now. So, your mother, according to my ancestors, is missing her perfect victim. So, what do you say, guys? Yeah. I was hoping she would be in the comments talking and give us a little bit more, but she's not in the comments talking. She got to accept Mama for who she is. She's not a good person. Yeah, that's true. That's what my ancestors say. My ancestors say you people have a hard time accepting that someone is not a good person. They blame white people. My ancestors blame white people. They say white people came and messed you up. They made you accept the unacceptable. Okay. The unacceptable with their words, and their ways of twisting things. It is very difficult for you to accept that someone is evil. But once you accept that you were born to an evil woman, even your life will make sense. When people show you who they are, believe them exactly. Exactly. Unfortunately, people would show me who they were a billion times and I would not believe them. And my ancestors say brainwashed by white people. Oh, yeah, she has to get rid of the image she made up of her. Yeah, she has to stand in her truth that she's not gonna love her. But honestly, it makes sense. I wanted to believe otherwise. She was a very, very cruel woman. She hung our dog, our pet, and we had to bury him in our backyard. I already created. See what I'm saying, girl? You are going to be next. You are going to be next. She's going to hang you. And what are you doing? You are going there for love. I like my glasses. I like these glasses more than I like the other ones. I always get two pairs of glasses. I like these ones. Or maybe I miss them. I don't know. But anyway, what she was gonna bury you like a dog. You know what? Like the dog, she was gonna hang you. She misses her victim, her perfect Do you know it's like when a man has this woman he beats on all the time, and then the woman runs away. You know what I'm saying? And then he gets another woman, but he's still begging that other woman to come back because he used to beat on her all the time and she used to forgive him. And this one that he has got, doesn't allow that business. You know what I'm saying? That is the energy we are getting about your mother. She wants to draw you in so that she can F you up, hang you up a tree. You've just got to accept that you were born to cruelty. You just got to accept it and you've got to stand on it. And then you got to ask yourself if this is the legacy you want to pass on to your children. Iyanla Vanzant doesn't have a relationship with any of her grandchildren. Okay. And with her daughters. She only has a relationship with her son, but not her daughters, because they passed on their bitterness and their pain and everything to their kids. So, I don't feel sorry for me. I'm more sad of the fact the possibility of her is dead and gone. I don't feel too much of the trauma I am learning. But you do, mommy. That's the problem with people like us. We always say things like that. We always say, I don't feel trauma, or it's okay, or I've moved on. If you truly had moved on and your soul still wasn't crying for your mother, you wouldn't have reached out. You reached out because your soul is still crying for her mother, just like my soul is still crying for my mother. The reality is, we will continue to cry for our mothers, but they are not there. We are just crying for them in a dark room. It's just a dark room. It's just a dark room. There's no mother there. We will continue to cry. You must allow yourself to feel it, mama. You must allow yourself to. You can't let go of something until you truly feel it. Not feeling it, saying, oh, philosophizing. My ancestors say, white people again brainwashed you. Okay. Philosophizing is just bearing it. And then in your weakest moment, that stuff is going to come up again. I remember when I was, yes, fall apart. It's fine. When I was in college at Southern New Hampshire University, for the first time ever, I broke down and I cried. I said, my mother died when I was 7. I was talking about my first foster mother. I said, my mother died when I was 7, and I wept. That was the first time I stood on truth, the first time that I realized that I was an orphan, that my mother had indeed died, and my father had indeed died, and I had no one. And if only I had held on to that truth from that day, I would have been able to get away from my mother and her children sooner. But I went back to hiding. Don't hide. Don't hide, mommy. Don't hide. Now look at me. Don't hide. Let it come to the front and see it for what it is and cry it out. Break down, because you can only rebuild. You cannot build on pain and tears and grief. You can't. You have to rebuild a better you. So you have to let go. You have to. You have to. I wish I had let go of my fake ass mother when I was in college at Southern New Hampshire and my fake ass dad. I would have been a better person. I wish I'd never gone back to Zimbabwe after college. I wish I'd moved to California like I wanted to and just stayed there. So many things that I wish that did not happen because I was a coward and I didn't want to be unloved by parents who didn't love me anyway. So, to build a stronger you, you really have to let go. You have to break down. You have to. That's my advice. You have to accept it. Fall apart, it's okay. It's better to fall apart while you control it than to fall apart when you cannot control it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm unpacking my shit and I'm struggling. So you don't need to fall apart all at once. You don't need to unpack all at once. Okay? Just be like Gogo. I unpack gently. Okay. You know what I'm saying, Mama? Be like Gogo. Unpack gently. Unpack one thing at a time. Start with, bitch tried to kill me. Stop it. I'm serious. Then stay there. Okay, stay there. Don't try to unpack the whole experience at once. Oh, hell no. There is no soul that can take that pain. Do you know what I'm saying? Start with one thing. Bitch tried to kill me. Then sit in that reality. One thing. Okay, at a time. Okay, one thing at a time. Okay. Yeah. Gently, 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 Mama. You got a lifetime. So, why hurry? You know what I'm saying? One thing at a time, then deal with that. Like, I am dealing with the fact that my sisters, whom I loved the most, disowned me. Right? And not only did they disown me, they were jujuing me, trying to kill me, trying to take from me, while I taking from me, not trying, taking from me, while I blindly continued to love them. That's what I'm at, because that's all I can handle right now. That's all I can handle right now. Okay, so I am trying to handle that. And even if it takes me months, I'm okay with that. So do one thing. Mondays, I'm here, mommy. Celebrity Tarot. Mondays, unless if I'm tired and I say I'm not on, Mondays, I'm on. We are doing counseling. We are healing the mother wounds. I'm here on Monday nights, 10 p.m. Will cleansing ease the crying of the soul? What about my siblings from her? I keep everyone at a distance these days. I think you should keep them at a distance too, because you are healing. You are healing. That's my opinion. Okay. You were born alone to walk alone. And I think until you feel solid, until you feel, okay, I'm on solid ground, I think you should keep them at a distance. Will cleansing do? I didn't get anything from my ancestors to cleanse away the pain of my mother. But there is one thing that they make me do. If you're not lactose intolerant, I'm not lactose intolerant. When I'm in so much pain about my mother, they make me drink milk. Milk and honey. They make me mix milk with honey and they make me drink it. And my ancestors, okay, the great Casa is saying there is no remedy for the wounds caused by a mother, just acceptance, living with it, not allowing it to break you, just acceptance. Does any of your siblings keep in touch, or they're all with my mom? They're very close with my mother, all of them. Well, they are her children. See, that's what I had to realize, right? They are her children. They are not my kids. They are hers. Hers to do with as she wishes. I have my son, Dawana, to do with as I wish, which ain't much. He's very expensive. But do you get what I'm saying? They are her children. They are not mine. And we saw that when she dies, they will die too. Basically, they are alive because she is alive. So it is within their interests to keep her alive. Whereas with me, I want her dead because when she dies, I am free. Do you get what I'm saying? And as my ancestors said, you have no loyalty towards your mother. She did not raise you, so you have zero loyalties to her. Okay, and that's true. I don't owe her anything, so I tell the world her secrets every day. Every day. Okay, but these are her babies. She mothers them as much as she can. At least she didn't try to kill them like she tried to kill me and still tries to kill me. Do you know what I'm saying? These are her babies. They call her every day. They talk to her. They hug on her. They see her. You know, your mom or mine. Well, my mom is an escapee. She escaped. So she has a lot to answer for when she gets to the other side. But I don't know about your mother though. I don't know whether your mother escaped or God put her on this earth. If God put her on this earth and then she goes, yeah, she broke the covenant of motherhood. Actually, my ancestors are replying. They said every woman who harms her child emotionally, mentally, physically, psychologically has broken a covenant of motherhood with God. And, you know, they signed and delivered, right? They always use me as an example. My son lives with autism. I accepted my burden. It's not a burden to me. He's the love of my life. My son is the love of my life. But then my heart chose to see him as the love of my life. I could have said, why? You know what I'm saying? So I kept my covenant with God. I kept my covenant, right? So there is a punishment for women who don't keep, maybe in the next lives. Yes, oh my God. Thank you. Those are the women who can't have children in the next lives, the women who suffer infertility. Would you and your ancestors condone still being close to siblings who also left the family as well, or will they just trauma bond? In my case, I'm not allowed near my half siblings of any kind. because they all tried to kill me. Okay. But my ancestors say relationships are created between two people. Even if some of your siblings are still in touch with the mother that you no longer talk to, if they love you and you love them back, okay, be together. Keep the love, keep the friendship, keep the connection. Oh, my son lives with autism too. Is the most perfect ever. Being his mom makes me so confused on why it was so hard for her or anyone. But I know now. She just didn't want to. She didn't want to be your mother. You know, I think I genuinely think that my mom is a lousy mother all around. That's what I think. So I think that gives me some comfort. Do you know what I mean? It was a lousy, self-centered, selfish, promiscuous, violent, nasty creature. So there's that. Okay. Yeah. Basically, don't try to understand them. Yeah, don't try. Don't try. Accept them for who they are. I'm so glad Gold Hearted accept them for who they are and then value yourself and then step back. You know, there are advantages to not talking to your mother. Okay, for me, there are so many advantages. I don't have to be financially responsible for her. Okay, I don't have to be financially responsible for my half siblings either. As an African, I should be helping out with the family, right? I should be helping out. It's called it's called black tax. We call it black tax in Africa because you help out the family. So I should be sending hundreds of my hard-earned dollars back to Zimbabwe every month for my mom and my half siblings. But my ancestors said, hell no. They will just take that money, go and see a sangoma to unalive you using your very own money. So, there are benefits to that. I don't send them anything. They sink or swim. I think they're very stupid. Intellectually speaking, I think they spent too much of their time trying to kill me instead of using their brains to do something better with their lives, right? The thing is, when you look at it Gold Hearted, there are benefits to being cut off from the herd. I just have to think about my son and myself. And I can work 18-hour days and I can save money for my son. When I die, he needs to have money so that the Canadian government has something to work with, right? That sort of thing. Even if he doesn't have money, though, this is Canada. When I die, he will have his own apartment. No, Miss Audrey, this is Canada. Those who live with autism, they get their own apartments. They get their own apartment. They get people visiting them as per the government. But if you leave money, they get, and I want to buy a condo. So they get a semblance of luxury. I mean, no, I'm talking for your mothers. Well, my mom is African. She's not in a nursing home. She's in her home and with her daughters. Her daughters are taking care of her. Thank you, Mama. But there are benefits to being cut off. There truly are. Okay, second letter. This is very different, and I hope she is also there. Another Miss Anonymous. I did tell her I was going to be reading her letter. Okay. Hey, Gogo. Happy Sunday. She said it to me on Sunday. I have mother wounds. Well, join the club. Maybe I need to come to Canada. Well, this is why I left America and came back to Canada. The system in America for those living with autism is very harsh. Nah, nah, not, literally, I have a 2-bedroom apartment. If I die, they are not going to move my son from this apartment. Let me tell you. The government will keep paying the rent, and he will get someone to come every day to clean that apartment and cook for him and leave every single day. As it is, we get a cleaner to come and clean the apartment once every week, courtesy of the government. So I couldn't deal with America and the way it treats people who are vulnerable. I couldn't do it. So I'm back here in Canada, very happy with myself. Okay, we're reading second letter. My mom never wanted me. Everyone knew and would say. My father knew it and acted accordingly. I take it her father didn't want her either. I was never wanted, in caps. I think my ancestors did. Yeah, the ancestors always want their baby. Thank God. My ancestors, they wanted me desperately. They called me their baby. Yeah. They knew I would break the curse. She had 3 daughters, but only wanted one. The bully, just like her. Yeah, my mom's favorite children are very much like her. The middle one, evil, just like our mom. She didn't care how well I did in school, always in competition with me because I was a great singer, constantly trying to steal or dim my light. This is what I want to reveal on YouTube. Well, I hope you are here to reveal it in detail, Mama. I want to speak out on how my mother betrayed me, how my father allowed it, how I was the real Cinderella, and how they allowed my middle sister to say the nastiest things about me without any repercussions. I used to protect them by staying silent. I don't know how you people can stay silent. I never commit a crime with me, okay? I've warned you a billion times, people. Never commit a crime with me. I will sing as soon as I see a police officer. Okay. Alrighty. I used to protect them. I used to protect them by staying silent, but not anymore. I am ready to speak my truth and how I have had to build myself back from the ground up after allowing men into my life that treated me just like them. True story. Me too. Me too. I feel it's needed. I have so much to tell. She really hates me, and I'm ready to speak on it. Maybe I can help save some girl fighting for her life in a house where she's unprotected and unloved. So, if this is your letter, and I did tell you you shall be on, can we? I got beat all the time because I wouldn't just allow myself to be treated terribly. I had to speak up. Ooh, I got beat for that. I got beat for that. Okay. And if you are here, please say you are here. If you are here, please say you are here because this is your letter and you said you wanted to talk about it. Ooh, how many of us were beaten by our mothers? How many? How many of us, not spanked, really beaten? Mine used extension cords. Mine used a switch stick from the mulberry tree. How many of us were truly beaten? I mean, really beaten. I'm hands up. I was beaten for things I didn't know. I just accepted beatings because that was just the way of just. I was beaten for things I didn't know I had done. I would just come home from school and a beating, and I would say, "What the?" And I would be confused, but I wouldn't ask how many. I think the beatings made me more of a rebel. I think they made me more of a rebel. They made me more of a, I don't care about you to her. You know, like I don't care about you to her. And I think they made me more of a rebel. She was very abusive. She hit me in the head with a stiletto. I have a permanent scar to this day. She hits me in the top of the head with a mini T-ball bat. So many things. My mother hits my half sister Angie, the one she loves the most, with a stiletto. She hit her with a stiletto and she bled, born on her head. See what I mean? Like my mother was just filth, man. She was filth. It wasn't just me who suffered it, you know. Even the kids she loved the most, she brutalized them. Yeah. So, Close by Coop, how did it feel because this happened to you? Let's help. Let's help this anonymous. I was hoping she would be here like gold hearted and talk about it. Tell us how that made you feel. And how do you think you have got over it? These women need to be in jail. You know that's right. They do. They do. How did it affect you being brutalized in such a manner by the supposed to protect you? I know that I used to fantasize about getting away from her. I used to fantasize about that all the time. How did it make you feel, mommy? Close by Coop. I think I learned to just live with it, but I've deep felt very unloved. I wanted to get away too. That's me. I learned to live with it, but I turned it on other kids. I became kind of a bully, and then I realized why I was a bully. I realized that I was taking my pain out on other. I mean, the bullying was words, and I'm good with words, right? So I would say insulting things, and I realized that it came from pain. And I realized that when I was 15, that I was very insulting to others. And that's when I decided I'm not going to do that anymore. I was like 16 when I made that decision to not be so insulting, not take out my pain on other people. You wanted to run or die to not go through it. Yep. So, what do we do about that? What do we do about it, girls? What do we do about the physical wounds? This is what the Great Kosa says. Says you have to talk about it. You have to talk about it to anyone who cares to listen. You have to make a report to God. Thank you. We like that. You have to make a report to God through the winds, by talking about it. And then you have to ask, oh, thank you. You have to ask for God to comfort you. I'm going to do that too. You have to ask for God to comfort you. You have to ask Him to comfort you because He is the one who gave you to this killer. So, how do we do that? Consecration. On Friday, when you talk to God, you were always trying to fight as a kid. I realized that I just wanted to pass on my misery. And in passing on my misery, I became more miserable. Okay, let me just finish what my ancestor is saying. He says, in consecration, you take a bowl of water. Okay? Bowl of water. As you talk to God, you wash your face and you tell Him that your mother used to beat you till you almost died and you didn't know why. Wash your face again. And you carry these scars. You carry her hate, her evil, her greed, her frustration on your forehead. You wash your face again. Then you look into the water. And then you ask God to cleanse the pain away. So I like rituals, they work. Then you wash your face again. Please heal my wounds from my mother. Wash your face. Please heal my wounds from my mother. Wash your face. Okay? Then you air dry, then you can talk about other things. And then, of course, you do need to take a consecration bath. As you take the consecration bath, you say it again. See, I like the Bantu. I like the Bantu. We do not waste time. We have rituals for everything. Thank you. I'm going to do that too. Then you just cleanse. So how many times do we do it? Once. So what do we do with the water? You throw it away at the break of dawn. Where do we throw it? The east, the west? Says it doesn't matter. It just has to hit the ground. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that this Friday. I need to do that. I need to do it. Yeah. God didn't answer it because He didn't stop. So why didn't He stop? Were you using the Bible? Baby girl 33. Were you using the Bible to talk to God? Okay. Were you? Do we all have poor choices of mothers, like the batch that we get to choose from before we come to? Yes, I believe so. I believe so. Because my ancestor said to me, you didn't have much of a choice when it came to mothers. So you just chose the beautiful one. You didn't have a choice. They were all of the same grade. It's like God says, choose between these two rocks. Okay. Then you say, okay, so what am I going to take? Just breathe or just breathe? So they would just say, okay, I'm just going to take this, just breathe. Okay. Apparently so. Apparently. I can see that from my mother's sisters. Yeah. Apparently, I just chose the beautiful one. I said, well, I might as well have beauty because apparently. So you don't get like choose out of all these mothers. No, you get, specific. Yeah. Yeah. But the great Kosa said, but some of these women are coming back in order to show God that they are better mothers now. And then they do what they've done before and before and before. So you need to lay your pain at God's feet. Like, why didn't you tell me that? He says you're always laying your pain at God's feet. There's nothing he doesn't know about you. The audacity. The audacity. Okay, they are not going to change. Miss Andre says, the great Costa says, souls do change. They do change. Not all the time, but there is a percentage of souls that change. A very small percentage. But there are some souls that say, I'm gonna do different. I am gonna change, and they change. Mine is stubborn like a mule. I did not suffer how she wanted me to. Oh, my mother told me I was going to suffer. My half sister said, we were waiting for you to be homeless again, to be on the streets, eating from trash again. And it's never happened. We waited and waited and waited, and it never happened again. And she was very disappointed. That's because my mom told them it's gonna happen again, but my ancestors, they were on it. You know, I first met my ancestors when I lived on the streets of Stockton, California. They were not going to allow me to go down like that. They were not going to allow me to go down like that. So, you know, yeah. So they want us to suffer in the physical. They enjoy watching it. They get such great pleasure from our suffering. Ain't gonna happen. Not going to happen. Yeah, she, you know, so my half sister was like, we were waiting. Yeah, that's why I was in physical pain this last week, and also I was burying my sisters. Okay, it was time. It is time. You know, it is time to bury them. It is time. So yeah, I might actually do a burial ritual. I might actually do a burial ritual. Okay. She would tell me she is better than me, yet when my father passed, it's like her life did a 360. My resilient. Oh, yes. They don't want to see you successful. They don't want to see you successful. Why did I get two terrible mothers, rejected at birth by one? Then my dad married the one who raised me, the abusive one. Was God just like, well, let's make her a two-time loser? Well, your choice is where it's made. It was this rock or that rock. So this rock went. So then you got that other rock. You know, such is life. So she would tell me she is better than me. Okay, how does a mother look at her own daughter and say, I'm better than you? That's jealousy. Okay, that is out and out jealousy, which is something my ancestors were talking about today. Okay, that is the jealousy. Oh my God. Yes, even Iyanla Vanzant said it. Iyanla Vanzant said, when a woman is losing her fertility, it is a traumatic thing. And then she looks at her daughter who is coming into her fertility, and it does something to her. So watching her daughters come into their fertility while she was losing her fertility was too much for Iyanla to bear. Yeah. So, Tiger 386, that was your mother. That right there was your mother. See, because you see, I watched my aunt deal with her mother since young. Auntie always tried her best with her mom. Her mom said, "I hope that BI just die." My aunt, because your aunt didn't get away. Didn't I say it? Didn't I say it? Don't my ancestors say it all the time? Vacate your mother's energy space. Tina Turner's mother hated Tina to the grave. If I was anywhere near my mother, I would be dead. I would be dead. I was the ugly sister as I look like my father. Sucks for her because the outside world saw me as beautiful. Well, I'm a geek and don't care about those things, but it annoys her. Of course it does. I was always told that I was pretty. I told you guys. When I first met you guys, I thought I was ugly. And every time you'd say, "You're so beautiful," I would say, "They lie." Okay. They lie. Because that's what I'd been told. Do you still feel like you are ugly? Do you still feel that way? I was told I look like my mom. So do I. I actually look like my mother. Except for the eyes. The eyes are my dad's. My biological dad. Okay. No, and it annoys them. Of course it does. They want the world to see you the way they see you. Miss Tiger 386, it seems to my ancestors and I that you are still very much in those people's lives. You are still on the daily with them and you are still fighting the good fight. And my ancestors say you're going to lose the good fight. You need to separate yourself. You need to get away. You need to create your own life away from them. Look, they are never gonna look at you any differently. Please get that in your head. They are never going to look at you any differently. Okay. Their minds were made up hundreds of years ago when you were still young and they could see that you were better than them. They made up their minds to crush you, okay? And they are not going to change their minds. They are not going to wake up one day and say, "Ooh la la, we love Tiger 386. And oh my goodness, Tiger showed us that we were horrible people." No. There's always two sides to a story, and you are on the losing side. You need to separate from those beasts from hell. Okay. You need to do it quickly. You're a grown woman now. You don't need to put yourself through this. You need to vamoose. Kaput. Sayonara. It was good knowing you. And you need to rebuild a life where they have no influence. You need to have friends who don't even know them. You need to be in a city they don't even know. You need to be going to work and doing stuff that they don't know. Because you know what? Miss Audrey just told us about her aunt who was cursed by her mother and died within a week. We will be burying you too. And funerals are very expensive. expensive. It is better to stay alive. Trust me. I have a funeral policy. I pay it every month. I just say this crap is so expensive. It's better to stay alive. It's way better. I will admit, Gogo, that I recently started talking back to my mom, the one that raised me. I cut her off for years, but I recently reconciled when she reached out. I know it's BC because I know you still want her love. It's not once their minds are made up, they don't change them. But maybe she's old and she is dying. Like I found Iyanla reminiscing, she's old and whatever. And maybe your second mom is like that too. Maybe she wants you to forgive her. And if that is the case, I don't say withhold your forgiveness. No, if you've got forgiveness to give, Clause by Coop, then by all means, sister, give it. Give it. Release yourself that way if that is what you want to do. Okay. Yes, because Mbinyo's friends and daughters still act that way. I do act like they don't exist. I am creating the divide now. I don't listen to that's your mother argument. You need to leave. You need to skip town. I'm very serious. You need to skip town. I'm telling you, Close by Coop, it's better to hug it out. It's better to allow her to say she's sorry because she's probably old and she's reached that stage, right? It's better to resolve it while she's still alive. So if she's the one who's reaching out, if she's the one who's making the, be kind, be gracious, that's what I say. That's what I say. If there's ever a possibility of sorting things out in this reality, do it. Because you don't want that shit hanging. Then God will put you together again and again. That, I wanted to work it out with my mother in 2023. She refused, so that's okay. I accept it now. Okay, so I'm talking to you, Tiger 386. My ancestors say no. She still wants to be acknowledged by her mother, to be told she's the greatest, to be loved. She still wants it. And I'm telling you, I'm feeling it over here. I am feeling it over here. And you are putting yourself in a great deal of pain. But you know what? We the Bantu. We don't believe in forced action. Okay. We believe that if you have to go through it, you have to go through it. You are nowhere near the end. Gold-hearted is towards the end. I am towards the end as well. You are nowhere near acceptance. You are nowhere near it. You're still fighting for your mother's love. And it's going to hurt, but you got to do it because that is what your soul wants. That is what your soul desires. Okay. Do not banish feelings. 386. I'm just going to call you 386. Banishing feelings is not how you handle mother wounds, okay? That's not how you handle mother wounds. You got to let them in. You got to let them in and you've got to take your time. You are not weak. You're just not ready. And the Bantu are very much about you don't need to run ahead of yourself, which is what I do all the time. You don't need to run ahead of yourself. Okay. Why? Why cause yourself brutal, crushing pain? What for? Right now, you're at the stage where you want to work it out, impress your mother, be seen and loved by your mother. Stay there. When you're ready to move on to the next stage, you will automatically do it. We're not going to tell you to cut your losses, because we can see that me and Gold Hearted, we are over there. You are back there in the pit of darkness, and that's okay too. That's your journey. Believe me, Gogo is right. Not acknowledging my wounds has caused my soul. Yes, you have to acknowledge your wounds, Tiger. You have to. You have to acknowledge your wounds, and you have to sit on it, and you have to feel the pain, and you have to cry. Don't drink. Do not drink. Cry. Do not smoke ganja. Cry. Whatever. You have to let it in. However, understand that you don't have to cut off your mother if you don't want to, and if you're not ready to. Okay? Don't be pushed by anyone or anything to do anything. Take your time. Be kind to yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Okay? Take your time. Like, I need to date, guys, but I just don't have it in me to freeze my ass off to go out and meet men. So my ancestor said, so take your time, girl. Wait for the sun. So I'm going to do that. Take your time. This is the answer I needed. How do I move on when my body and nervous system still remembers? Take your time, Gold-Hearted. Take your time. You shouldn't be forced to move on. Who the frack is forcing you to move on? Don't move on. Stay exactly where you are. Let your body and your nervous system remember. Okay? Let it remember. Okay? She looks at me like I have been bathed in poo. I have been asking and begging my ancestors to allow me to move on. She never changes. It's not up to your ancestors, though. You can't put the responsibility of wanting to get away from your mother on other energies. You don't want to get away from your mother, Tiger 386. Take some responsibility for your reality. You don't want to get away from your mother. And why should you get away from your mother? It's unnatural. It goes against nature. It goes against nature to separate yourself from your mother. It's unnatural. You don't want to do it. Don't do it. That's what I'm saying. Don't bring your ancestors in here. They can't force you to do anything. They walk with you. They don't walk in front of you making decisions for you. Your ancestors have nothing to do with this. When you are ready to take the next step in your relationship with your mother, one way or the other, they'll take it with you. Okay? Your ancestors are not holding you down by your mother, forcing you to be with your mother. Don't put that on them. That's so evil. Your ancestors want what you want. You want to stay by your mother. It's the natural thing. Do you know that in the Xhosa culture, children are not allowed to go too far away from their parents? So you will find that one of the sons is earning gazillions of dollars, but because the parents live in a ghetto, he also lives in the ghetto. Do you get what I'm saying? Children are not allowed to be far away from their parents because it's unnatural to be far away from your parents. And there are songs in Shona from Zimbabwe that says, don't go where your mother isn't. Okay? Where mommy isn't, you can't go. Because it's unnatural to separate from your mother. So you are behaving naturally, Tiger 386. You are behaving naturally. You want to stay by your mother. Regardless of how she treats you, you want to stay by your mother. And that's okay. You don't have to impress anyone. This is your individual race as you. You don't have to impress me or Miss Audrey Diva or Gold Hearted or Baby Girl 33. You don't have to impress us. This is your walk. And you take it as fast or as slowly as you need to. Okay? Exactly, Ashes of Skittle. There's no rushing the pro. Why should you rush anyway? I love you too, Miss Claus. Why should you rush? Are you dying tomorrow? You're still alive. Don't rush. Okay, take your time. Nobody's holding a gun to your head. Step by step. I appreciate the message of take your time, wait for the sun. Yes, I'm on that. Yes, my ancestor said nobody's forcing you to go out boy hunting. When you are ready to go out boy hunting, we are there. So chill. And I'm chilling, guys. I ain't going out there getting frostbite for a boy. No. No. Okay. And that's fine. Take your time. When it's about you, don't be in a hurry. When it's about you, take your time. You're not impressing anyone. Okay, there are no deadlines. Take your time. Okay. On that note, guys, it's 11:10. I've been here for 1 hour, 22 minutes, and my ancestors are saying ding, ding. But I think today was wonderful. We're not going to read the cards because the great Xhosa was giving spells and rituals, and he was giving advice all by himself. You agree with my ancestors? So do I. My ancestors said, you know what? Things happen when they are supposed to happen. And that's for you, Tiger 386. Things happen when they are supposed to happen. Take your time. Love on your mother. So I'll see you all Wednesday night, beloved. I had so much fun. I learned from you. I hope you learned from us. And let us continue healing each other one day and one step at a time. Yes, we make plans and God laughs and he really laughs. God is a psychopath. He is a psychopath. Good night, guys.